Hello everybody, how are you doing? It's another episode of Wisdom Moments on K24 with me, C.J Atemo. Have you subscribed to my YouTube channel? Have you followed on social media? The handles are C.J Atemo all across. That is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook as well. And I'm still waiting for some of you still to send in your feedback and your requests as well for the topics, the matters that you'd want me to address on cjatsol@gmail.com. We're getting some feedback, but we need to hear more and more from you because these wisdom moments are here to help you have greater perspective and to make better decisions even as you become a better person and do better in life. We've been talking about turning your network into your net worth. And I've said that it is not very obvious that the people who are around you become your net worth. Sometimes people have to go outside of those who are around them in order to receive help. You've heard people talk about if you want to do business, do it with people who are not your friends, people who don't know you, people who are not your family. If you want people who will believe in you, they'll always be strangers. Why is it so hard to find that kind of support among the people who we are familiar with or close to? Well, just right there, I give the answer. Familiarity. We take things for granted, so we make very many assumptions. And so I said, if you're going to turn your network into your net worth, first of all, you have to be intentional about building that network. Don't assume that just because you grew up in the same neighborhood, your neighbors, your family, your friends, your colleagues, they are your network. Even if you have their contacts on phone, that doesn't make them your network. There has got to be a certain kind of commonality in your relationship that would then make you feel this is your network. You must want certain things done. You must be going a certain direction together. There must be certain strengths that you bring, each one and the other, in a symbiotic relationship that will then make that become a network. And as it is always said, the chain is as strong as its weakest link. So if there is one who is weak, then the whole thing is going to be weak. If one is not participating, then the rest of them are going to feel the weight of it. So I talked about intentionality. Then I say that you have to invest in that network. You're going to have to invest your time, you'll invest your money, you'll invest your knowledge, you'll invest in the people that you have if you need them to become part of your network. When you make yourself somebody who is beneficial, people never want to let you go. When you make yourself somebody who is profitable, people will do everything to keep you. But you cannot do that without investing yourself in there. You cannot be aloof. You cannot be the kind of person who just sits on the fence and looks at things happening and you never get involved in them. No, you have to invest yourself emotionally, financially, mentally. You have to invest yourself in the people that are around you in order to build them, first of all, to become a network and then expect them to become your network. The third thing I want to talk about is inclusivity. Yes, inclusivity, ladies and gentlemen. It means that when you have opportunities in life, don't just go alone. Somebody wrote a book and said, never eat alone. Another book, a leader wrote and said, leaders eat last. What that means, whether you are not eating alone or whether the leader is eating last, is that you're always thinking about other people who are around you. You're not selfish. You're not individualistic. You're not just thinking about how it benefits you and you don't care. See, we've got a lot of cliches that are being thrown all over the place in our day. As long as it makes you happy, just go after it. It's your life. You only live once. Well, all of that is good if it is put in perspective. But you also have to understand that even though it is your life, number one, you didn't get it by yourself. And number two, you can't live by yourself. You need people in life. So eventually, it is your life, but you will live it with people. So it means that you cannot survive and you cannot succeed by being selfish, being a loner, and only thinking about yourself. Be inclusive in the opportunities that you have, in the spaces that you have. Whatever you do for other people will be done to you. Life has a principle of sowing and reaping, that if you cast the seed to the ground, that seed will germinate and grow and bring forth much back to you. When you open up doors for people, when you give them contacts, when you create networks for them, they will do the same for you. So you see, this is where we started with intentionality. You can't just wake up and expect everybody to be happy about doing things for you. No, you also have to go out there and begin doing things for people. So, ladies and gentlemen, be inclusive. When you have a contract, a job, don't just go for it by yourself. Sometimes, if you know somebody within your circle that is just trying to start up, bring them on board. You may not even give them much. Sometimes you have to actually let them know that there is not going to be any monetary reward for them, but you want to introduce them. So bring them on board. Let them learn. Some people will make mistakes along the way, but that does not mean you're going to cut off everybody, because everybody starts from somewhere. Remember your first day in school. You weren't as you are right now. First day on the job, there are things that you did not understand. Even if you were qualified from elsewhere, you still had to learn the culture of your organization. First day in business, there are so many lessons you have learned through your business now, because we all begin from a point of either negative or zero. The most is you probably will begin with less than 10, but you've been growing, learning, building, making mistakes, picking yourself up, readjusting, re-engineering, unlearning, relearning, and learning. So give that opportunity to other people as well. Include people in the spaces that you walk in. Bring them into the certain networks that you also have. As you do that and people feel trusted, they also feel they need to invest in their relationship with you. So they may not even introduce you to another network, but then they begin to become your network. They begin to become available for you for any time you need some things that they know how to do or they can do. That's how you build people who are loyal around you, people who will do for you things sometimes without charging you, or even if they will charge you, well, they will still do for you a very good job because they value you and they don't want to lose you. Inclusivity, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot go too far if we are just going by ourselves and alone. Somebody said, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with people. Well, how long you want to do what you're doing will determine whether you will go by yourself or you will go with people. So include people. That is the place where, when I talked about investment, I talked about the matter of mentorship as well, because always raise another generation of people who will do the things that you will do. They may not all stay with you, and they may not always in the immediate benefit you, but the thing about inclusivity is that there are certain people whose lives you will touch right now who will become your reward in the future. They will open a door somewhere. They will speak well of you somewhere. When they succeed somewhere, they will say, I learned this from so and so. And just that reference to you over the knowledge that they have builds up your profile in terms of respect, in terms of regard, in terms of credibility. Because sometimes not everything comes back to us in monetary form or in material form. Sometimes it will just be people who have grown up in life and they're pointing back to somebody who gave them the first opportunity, somebody who first believed in them, somebody who sent them on the first trip, somebody who gave them their first phone, somebody who gave them their first designer shoe, somebody who gave them their first cologne, just things like that. And mostly people don't forget those who did the things the first. Well, even when they disagree with you, and you see, for those of you who are leading, raising, and working with the younger generation, sometimes you feel like they're not very grateful. Well, I'll tell you, it's only a matter of time and they will know that there's something you placed in their lives that they will be grateful for. So initially, probably they may not see it, they may not value it, or they just know that if they say something else, it will hurt you. Parents sometimes feel like, after I've raised this child to this place, this is all the child could tell me, that, I didn't tell you to give birth to me. Well, they say that at that particular moment because either they want to get to you or because they're just childish. But include people in the things that you do. I hope this has been beneficial, and it's been Wisdom Moments on K24.